Hi, my name's Lindy Cowling, and today I'd like to talk about the scenario where twin flames are already married to other people. And if you'd like to check out my background or any of my work, I'm on www.lindycowling.co.uk. So where I'd like to begin on this is many people ask the question, why would Source, the universe, the soul, drop twin flames into incarnation when they are already married to other people with children and they are already in connections? My answer to that would be because the soul has one primary concern, and that is for the mission and the evolution of the soul or the twin flames in question, and that the families connected with those twin flames also, before they were incarnated, the families were incarnated, also came together over the other side, and the agreement was made that at a specific point at time in their timeline that this ignition would happen. So just to reiterate what I'm saying here, what I'm saying is it wasn't just planned by the actual one soul being, the masculine and the feminine charge of the twins, to come together at that time, whether they were in their 20s, their 30s, their 40s, their 50s, however old. It was also known about and planned by the wives and the husbands of the twin flames, the children, and the families connected with that. So everybody knew. In other words, it was a choice by the soul to do that. There is never, ever a wrong time for twin flames to come into incarnation, because if there was, it wouldn't happen in the first place. They are always supposed to meet when they meet. There's this beautiful divine timing involved in this. It's always supposed to happen when it's supposed to happen. And when they come into connection, there are lots of different dynamics to this. When one or both twins are connected, either dating other people or living with other people or married to other people, one or both twins are called upon to demonstrate real high levels of what we would call source love, unconditional love, understanding, empathy for the other parties involved, whilst also being mindful that there is a bigger picture. This is never just about the soul, like the twin flame soul, and it is one soul, the masculine and feminine charge of that one soul. It's never just about them. It's never just about any wants or needs they have. It's always the bigger picture. And the bigger picture is that the twins are here for a purpose, a mission, a humanitarian mission. But they're here to clear the bloodlines of the families. They're here as this template, the template for the new divine partnerships. So all these things come into play. And so the soul isn't really particularly concerned about the dynamics that you have set up previously to that point before ignition, basically. When I say this, there may be people watching this that think, well, that seems a bit brutal. Somebody could be in a marriage for 15 or 20 years and suddenly a twin flame drops in. Does that mean the marriage goes out the window? In some cases, it does mean the marriage dissolves, not because of any disruption from the twin flame union, but because once twins recognize each other, there is that recognition and connection, it can be very hard then to drop from a fifth dimensional connection into a third dimensional relationship again. That's quite a big leap, quite a big chasm. So some of those marriages will come apart. For some, it's a balancing act. Can they navigate having a twin flame in their life and feeling immense love for that twin flame, immense chemistry with that twin flame, this heart going crazy around this twin flame? Can they navigate that and stay in a conventional marriage? Some can. The majority of them can't. They either come away from the twin flame because they can't literally do this action and navigate both, and they fall back into the old system, the old template, the third dimensional relationship set up with the person they were with, or the marriage, it's a catalyst for the marriage to come down, because twin flames aren't here to live in third dimensional relationships. They are here as a higher connection of partnership, a higher connection of partnership with the twin flame from the heart and the soul, or with somebody else from the heart and soul. They're not actually here to maintain a third dimensional relationship, because that is not what a twin flame is. They're not made up of that. This is the interesting dynamic here. So when twin flames meet, and I have to keep saying twin flames because that's the experience I have, but any other high soul connection partnership, when they meet, that is going to smash to pieces all the preconceived ideas of relationships and connections. So that's the role of twin flames, is actually to do that, because their frequency is so high and the loving connection they have is so strong that the twins themselves will question every conventional relationship they have in their life. Everything. Because they're supposed to, and their vibration shatters that template. Let's rewind back in history here, for example, about what marriage is. Marriage is in third dimensional reality, and I say that word loosely, reality, marriage is a piece of paper, a contract, a man-made contract set at that point in time. I will marry this person, and then forever, for the rest of my life, and I may only be 20 now, forever and ever and ever and ever, I will stay with this person. I am not personally saying that's wrong. I'm not saying that's wrong at all. But it's a very narrow, insular way, and actually a very controlled way by society of controlling love, really, and energy. When I say that, I'm not coming from the position of like a hippie, free love for all. I'm completely actually the opposite of that. So I'm not advocating that everybody runs off with everyone else. What I'm saying is third dimensional marriage, that old contract, that insular marriage, is the old template. Most of those marriages, unless they were soulmates or a soul connection, and if they were soulmates, then the twin flame wouldn't even come in. So if a twin flame's come in and you're married to someone else, you are not married to your soulmate. You are married to someone that you've connected with, and you may possibly have had a soul group connection with, but it won't be a soulmate. So if a twin flame, so that's either not your twin flame or that's not your soulmate. There's no in between here. So when the twin flame comes in, that can throw all this dynamic into question. When people meet and marry, that's not to say that they're not connecting with someone in profound love and profoundly from the soul, and that's not a beautiful connection, and I'm not saying that's not love, because I'm absolutely sure it is. But when twin flames come in, it's a completely different level of love, a completely different connection of love, and it's driven, again, I'm going to keep repeating this, it's driven by the spirit of the being and the heart of the being. And there are people that write about this, the Hieros Gamos, and again Anya Sophia talks about this. There is a sacred alchemy, a sacred marriage, a merge of the soul between twin flames, much greater than a piece of paper, because a twin flame is the same soul. No piece of paper, man-made piece of paper or man-made contract, can ever take away from the connection, the alchemy, and the sacred marriage of twin flames. It is what it is. We can't change what it is. So when twin flames come in this way, this is really, really the most challenging of all circumstances twins can have, really, is when they are already in marriages to other people. I mean, there are other dynamics in here. They may be of different races, different parts of the world. They are nearly always of different age ranges. There are exceptions, but often there are big age gaps. But remember, the soul doesn't go by the colour of your skin, the age of the physical body, and the soul is not interested whether you're married to other people. The soul is the soul. And you have to demonstrate really unconditional love, integrity, to navigate through these situations. And you're being challenged all the time. The soul is challenging you to expand beyond the boundaries of society, belief systems. Twins are not here to fit in with society. We're here to smash through society. That's a big statement, and it's 1,000,000% bang on. We're here to smash it, smash that paradigm, smash that template, to say marriage isn't wrong. Marriage is not wrong when you love the person and you care about the person. But twin flames are here to shake the whole system up and show that there is a higher level of alchemy, a higher level of sacred marriage, a higher level of connection that is from the heart and the soul. And so when you are in these situations, when you have coexisting contracts with other people, you will be very challenged into what you're going to do about that. Can you navigate a union around that? I can tell you cannot bend a twin flame union around a marriage. You can't, because you can't bend a twin flame union around anything. It is what it is. Whether the marriage can be bent round the union is another thing, and I have not seen that very often because of the challenges involved in that. Like I say, most time people, 9 times out of 10, the man, the runner, clings to the marriage, or the marriage comes down, because once there has been connection with the twin flame and that love in the heart has been felt, not having that love in the heart with a husband or a wife is generally not enough for the twin flames involved. And it's really the word we're looking for here is spiritual evolution. This is a minefield, this one. A lot of the clients I work for and with are in this situation. And like I say, if you have any questions, just email me. But again, I deal very much in reality here in the world that we're in. I've seen the pain and suffering and experienced the pain and suffering that goes with that dynamic. I only speak about stuff that I experience with other twin flames, but I have experienced in my union as well. So like I say, we'll wrap it up. We'll wrap it up from here now, and just leave it on the note that if you are in those connections, you have to do a lot of your own inner work here, and you have to really be very honest with yourself and also the person that you may be in a conventional marriage with as to how and if you wish to navigate this. At the end of the day, twins came in for a mission, and the marriages, if they exist, have to fit round that mission, not the mission fit round the marriages. It's a tough one, but it is what it is. I leave you with love. Thank you very much.